Hey crew, so we've got a workout today where you're just gonna need a chair, or if you're using a box for box jumps, you're gonna just need that. It's really one piece of equipment and a wall for your handstand push-ups if you're hitting handstand push-ups today. But you're looking at it, this is what I'm gonna use. I'm going to do chair pike handstand push-ups and step-ups on my chair, right? If you want, you can find a tall couple of steps and do jumps up onto a step. If you have a stronger chair than I do and make sure that it's on a surface that it won't slide or anything, and you feel confident jumping onto that, go ahead. There's a thicker ottoman in the house that I jumped onto before, so get creative with what you're gonna do your box jumps. But if you don't have something really sturdy, like I wouldn't jump onto this too many times, then I'm gonna do my step up as quick as I can, right? Now, handstand push-ups are the fight for me in this workout. Your workout today is 21, 15, 9, handstand push-ups and box jumps, okay? So if you're like me and you can cycle maybe like a handful of handstand push-ups unbroken, and you would need to come down, take a big break before you get back up, then your focus today is treating this like a strength workout for your press, working on that handstand push-up. I'm not gonna rush through this. I'm not gonna focus so much on time, but I'm gonna make sure that every handstand push-up I do is the best of my ability so that it's building a little bit more strength for the next workout, for the next day, right? So that's what you need to gauge yourself on. If you're right around like 3 to 5, go ahead and RX today and just take your time, build some strength. If you've got like maybe 1 on a good day, then each round have some fun, kick up, and maybe just do your first rep, see if you can get one or not, and then come off the wall and either do your box pike or your go to level 1 and do your regular push-ups, right? This workout, when I first wrote it, I have seen people do this workout in like 3 minutes, and I've seen people do this workout in 15, right? So what I want you to gauge for yourself is I'd really like you to find something around that 10-minute mark where you're able to, if the handstand push-ups are a struggle, you're able to kick up and still do 1 or 2, right? If the box jumps are just too easy, then man, sometimes I'll even, if it wasn't raining, I'd drop the tailgate down in the back of my truck. Yes, it flexes a little bit and it's like a 32-inch box jump, so it's a little sketchy. But that's gonna be where I put the biggest effort, right? So if those handstand push-ups or regular push-ups are easy, make that box jump a little trickier, okay? Or add some weight to your step up. Try and hang on to something at your shoulders. So I've said a lot of things, but it's 21, 15, 9, handstand push-ups and box jumps. And let's talk about how you can scale the different movements. And then I'll let you know about what's a good warm-up to do before this workout. So if, like I said, you've got 3 to 5 handstand push-ups, go ahead and RX today. Go for it. If you don't, then we can use the same object that we would do our box jump. We can use it to set up for our pike handstand push-ups. Pike is where I would either place my feet or my knees on this box, and then I'm going to fold, trying to get myself inverted, walking as close as I can to this, so that I can go down and up, simulating my handstand push-up without my entire body weight over top of my shoulders, right? So it basically makes that pressing of my body weight a little bit easier. So having your knees on the box is the easiest version of this, and having your feet on the box elevates it a little bit. What you're gonna do, get your feet set and walk back. Like I said, I'm trying to get as close to where my box is positioned as possible, right? Just that point where I feel like I have no more flexibility or I might fall forward. From here, it's important to remember that your grip is your fingers forward, not out, because I'm going to move forward as I come down into a tripod position that I then press from. This is the trickiest part to feel out, is if you're getting the right range of motion. So record yourself as you do it at home, because what it should look like is as I go down in the handstand push-up, my head comes forward over my fingertips, and then as I come back up, I'm tucking my chin and getting back towards the box. Unfortunately, when we're upside down on our own and thinking through it, we tend to do the opposite. So that's why recording yourself can be really important. But fingers are forward. You're going to try and have the point of your forehead come down to the ground and make contact just at where my fingertips are, where my fingernails would be, right? So in my setup, my head is over my palms or my heels of my hand. And as you come forward, you'll see you hit a sort of tripod position that you're then gonna press out of. So I get one foot up here, or you have your knees on your object, walk yourself close, and then it's forward and down, and press back up. Yep. So I come forward as I go down, and then back towards the box. It's kind of like this banana arc that you're gonna see happen as you work through the presses. If you can't get the right positioning, you know, doing it for time, it's kind of like, what's the value? So maybe do just your push-ups in the workout, scale it back even more, and then after you get through the workout, practice 30 reps of these at your own pace, right? Maybe do 3 at a time. Make it tough. There's a ton of strength in it. So we're modifying by doing push-ups. Same position, fingertips are gripping forward. I'm not here, boom, I'm here, and I'm gonna have those elbows come back and tight to my side. So I'm pushing from this position here, strong through my core, not out here, right? My football coach always told me, if you try and hit and push someone like that, it's not gonna have the same impact as if you drive, boom, straight through your gut, straight off your chest. Okay, so that's what I want you to practice, is gripping that floor, letting your chest come all the way down to ground, and back up. If it's too tough for today's modification, you're going to do the negative, and then drop your knees, worm yourself back up to a starting position. So on the way down, the first thing that touches is your chest, and then worm yourself back up, okay? That's our push-up, handstand push-up, modifications, and everything. Okay, the box jump. Height would be 24 inches, right, that you're jumping to. And so if you don't have a box, we can make the challenge be our step up. You can find a tall step. In order to work from, you can step up and down on the couch, double the reps, right? If you really want to get your heart rate going and you feel like you can just do 21, kind of breeze through it, make it 42 total steps, and then 30, and then 18. And just, we're really looking to accelerate your heart rate so that when you get back to that push-up that's challenging for you, you're having to focus on good technique while at high heart rate. Okay, so that's the other important thing. That's why picking the push-up variation is so important, because I want you to be able to focus while under stress. That's a huge part of CrossFit that I think is so great, and why they call it the power of the clock, right? Is all of a sudden your heart rate's up and we're asking you to do some technical things. So push yourself in today's workout. Don't take this as an easy 21, 15, 9 and then call it good, but make one of these movements really tough and challenge yourself today. Because we're jumping, we want to warm up our feet and our calves. So kick your shoes off, walk around the yard barefoot for 10 minutes, do like, side lunges, inchworms. That inchworm will also warm your shoulders up a little bit for that handstand push-up. Do our side step drill, karaoke drill. So just in your yard, again, barefoot. Barefoot's a really important part. It makes our foot really active, warms up your joints all the way to your hips. You do your side shuffle, right? Karaoke, where that foot is in front and behind. Same thing. And then do back pedal. Picking your heels up. Always pick your heels up to make sure you don't trip. Back pedal one way, jog yourself back. Man, run through that 3 or 4 times. That'll get your heart rate going. Do some lunges, do some inchworms, do some sit-ups, stuff that's just gonna fire your belly up for kipping during that handstand push-up. And then as far as your shoulders, whenever you press, it's really important to pull, okay? I wanna look at the time so I can, okay, cool. Really important to pull. Pull-ups or ring rows are what we would have you do in class. We'd also have you grab a band and do your straight arm pull-aparts, right? So one of the things in our pull-apart that we're always trying to get fired up are your lats. It gets really easy when we press to get our shoulders too far forward and we lose the support of our lower body, which is really important when we're doing a handstand push-up. So by firing up your lats, we lock our elbows out and grab one of those bands and we pull straight apart so that those big muscles of the right alongside, the ones that are kind of referred to as the wings when they're really big, and the muscles right between your shoulder blades, that's what we're trying to work, right? That's what we're trying to warm up. You can also get this out of Superman by holding a towel between your hands as well and just pulling that towel apart. That's a great way, a great static hold to fire up your lats and your traps as well, right? We can do a cobra pose where you're laying face down and you squeeze your shoulders back.